Hello and welcome to my easy to understand guide to this time's set text and media language. This video is going to be particularly relevant for you if you are studying AQA GCSE Media Studies, as it is currently a set text on that specification. If you have a look at the masthead for the Times, the word Times suggests that this newspaper is going to reflect the times that we are living in. It's going to tell us what's happening in the world right now. And the kind of royal symbols above it offer this feeling of tradition, of nostalgia, of importance, of quality. It makes it feel like the newspaper is to be trusted and respected. This is added to by the serif font, quite fancy and formal. It makes it feel like it's got a sense of history and class.
Across the set pages, you'll find a mixture of both hard news about things like politics and current affairs, and soft news about things like entertainment and TV. On the front page, they use the cover to put teasers of stories which are then continued inside the paper. And these narrative enigmas hook audiences in, where they're going to have to read the full paper in order to find out what the rest of the story says. There's alliteration used in the Bond headline, which makes the story feel quite punchy and engaging.
The images of Bond feel very cinematic. He's in his suit, he's running. It makes him still feel very physical and strong and wealthy. There's lots of British iconography on here as well. So the use of the Aston Martin and the Union Jack. And so it adds to this feeling of Britishness, or the theme of British culture.
And the narrative of the Bond story is left unresolved. We don't yet know what the consequences are going to be for the franchise, and we also don't know who is going to play the next Bond. And that makes it clear that this is an ongoing story that readers are going to have to follow over several weeks, months, or even years.
The language they use, the mode of address, is fairly formal and fairly neutral. So, Starmer to offer. It doesn't suggest a judgment, it's quite objective. They use a lot of quotes, but they do still include some judgmental things. So, for example, Musk has a quote about Zelensky, calling him a despised dictator. So there are still some less objective, more subjective phrases in some of the articles. The black and white colour palette make the newspaper feel quite serious and professional. And of course, the black and white images add to this sense of nostalgia and of the past, maybe targets an older audience. The newspaper pages feature a variety of very conventional elements for newspapers. So, for example, the use of columns, the use of a variety of images, dense text, which is something we would expect from a newspaper with this kind of target audience, technical terms, the use of bylines, captions, etc. It all adds to the sense that this newspaper is to be taken seriously. There's rhetorical questions as well, which is quite common in newspapers. Can TV get any weirder? And that encourages an audience to read the rest of the newspaper to kind of find out what that's all about. The intertextual references to things like Bond, Kick-Ass, White Lotus, these are all kind of pop culture elements which are going to be very entertaining for audiences, and it adds to this like engaging nature. So that was my easy to understand guide to media language in this Times set text. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for other videos that are going to be relevant for you. And if you would like a video that I don't already have, leave a little comment below and I'll add it to my to-do list.